Hello, at this stage of the video, we're going to add a handler onto the board. Okay. So, it's going to go onto this circle here. And where am I going to put it? Have a look. Let me just make this. Okay, I'll put it I'll put it here. And I'm going to type on click. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change something here because it keeps messing around. On click equals I'm gonna have to call the function here. This dot and this function I'm gonna put bindings on it. And what let me say, what have I done wrong? Okay, that function doesn't exist. That's why it's making that complaint. So I will create it. Let's see what happens. Okay. Unexpected token. Okay, so what we've done is we added an event here. Okay, and I've added the function to handle it. So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to the item equals e dot target, and then let's just log that to see what happens. So I will now click on these squares, and it should on click equals this, so it should start. Oops, you know what? I'm going to change that setting back. I'm going to change it back because you have to keep pressing save. Well, let me have a look. Circle on click equals this, handle click dot bind this. Okay, console log e. Okay, so that should eventually work. So it only clicks on the circles, but as you can see, the gap between them isn't that much, so I'm not going to bother with that. Now, we don't really want all of this. We're not going to pass this. However, this does tell us the width. We're not really bothered about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it slightly. I'm just going to do the ID So it's .id, and that should just give me the ID. I don't really want the milk. I just want the number. So now I'm going to get rid of that number by doing a slice on it. Slice. So that 4 means just take away the first 4. That's all that means. So can you see now? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it as a string. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, so I'm going to leave it as a string. And where I send it, I'm going to convert it to a number. Now, what I've just done is I've set this up so when we click, it just console logs it. However, each of these circles are separate entities. Okay. So what I have to do is I have to pass all the information up to the parent. Oh, it's not good. Now some people, like I don't normally create state in. When I say state, I mean this kind of system here. I don't normally create it in child components. In fact, I can't remember if I ever have created it in child components. I normally pass everything to a parent, but some people might do that, but I don't do it. Okay, but it's whatever you want to do. So what I have to do, because I don't do it, I have to find a way to pass this information up to the parent. And just this class name, okay, when we was looking at that before, I haven't got the printout, so let me just do that. Let me just do that and show you what I mean. Okay, all of this here, I forgot what I was going to say now. Let me try and think. Yeah, all of this, all we want is this number, so we know which one it is. But I forgot what I was going to say anyway, so I'm going to stop until I remember. In fact, I do remember now what I was going to say. These attributes here, like for instance, ID, the ID and the class, that information is coming from the parent. It's actually coming from here, from this array. Now how it's getting there is, can you see this? This is a circle, and it's got an attribute on it called CC color. Okay, so what I've given it, this is the parent, and I've given that an attribute called CC color. So when we go to circle, we can go this.props.cc color, and it will get the information that I've given it. Okay, so that's how it's getting this information, and that's how it's getting the ID. Because as you can see here, I'm going to take this out now. As you can see here, the CID equals model.cid. Alright, so it's got a thing called CID, and we're giving it this information. So we are passing this information to the child through this dot props .cid. So just how we can pass information like numbers, etc., we can also pass functions. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, on here, I'm going to create something. I'm just looking where to find to create it. I'm going to create it under here. I'm just going to paste it in. I'm going to call it handler, and it might. And what I'm going to do is, it's going to go handler equals this dot handle click dot bind this. Now that function is running elsewhere, so because of that, I have to bind this to say bind it to this, or some things won't work. But once I do bind, there's other ways to do it as well, but I do it like this. Okay, so what now I have to do now is create this function, because obviously you can't find that function, so it's not going to work. So I just have to think where I want to create it. I'm going to create it at the top. And if I put E there, and I do that, the error should go away. Okay, let me have a look. Okay, let's try something. In fact, I can't. Let me just get rid of that. And let's try and work out what is it working. I'm going to just delete it. Right, I'll just delete it. Now let me work out why it's not working. Okay, I'm just going to delete that. Okay, that doesn't make sense, does it? Well, let me put it back in. Okay. So let me see what I've done. So what I have to do now is handler equals. Okay, so how do I call this handler? What I have to do is I have to come here and I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to do this dot props dot handler, and I'm going to put in item, and that should pass it up. And as you can see, he's passing it up, but I don't know what this error is. I'm going to have to, oh, is it the error because it seems to be working, but anyway, look. That is passing it up to the handler, and it's passing the item. Because there isn't any can you see there isn't any console log here? So it passes it into this attribute, and this passes it onto this function, which is where is it now? I can't see it. Yeah, I don't know why it's yellow. I'm beginning to wonder why is it gone yellow. Let's have a look. What if I call it something else? Let's call it that. Now let's just delete it and see what happens. Strange. I've created a function called handle click, and all of a sudden, oops. Okay, I'm gonna do something, and they advise to do it on here, and I'm gonna do what they say. Oh, that site's cut. I'm gonna do something. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in the constructor. I'm just gonna see if it makes a difference. Okay, so let's just see what happens here. Oops. let's put it here now. It's going to be yellow, whatever I do. Hasn't made any difference. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change it back to what it was. I want to change it back by taking this out. That's going to stay the same. And then I have to find this. I'm going to have to put bind this in. But I'm going to put bind this back here. And that should be it. Let's just check it working and then I'll conclude the video. No, it's the yellow's got off it now, so I fixed it. Okay, so as you can see, when we click that, it's now passing it back up it's passing it back to this function here. And this is console logging it. So from here, I can decide what I want to do with it. Okay, until the next video, thanks for listening to my channel. Goodbye.